I definitely don't want to overdo it, especially if I'm taking the time to do it right. Hey guys, welcome back to Self-Serving Skillet. Today I'm going to show you how to poach a whole chicken. We're going to use it over the next few episodes, either in the form of a beautiful broth or some amazing pulled chicken. First things first, we're going to address our chicken. Hello chicken. They've supplied us with a neck. This is going into room temperature water. You want everything to start at the same temperature with this because we're going to bring it all up very slowly. And then in just enough water to cover this, I'm going to go breast side up and garlic. I'm just going to smash it and throw it in. Peel and all. There's tons of flavor in that peel and it's all getting sifted out anyway. Onion, same thing. I'm going from stem to root in quarters. I'm not going to take the peel off. Tons of flavor in the peel. The only thing I would do differently, if there was a bunch of dirt, I might try to clean that up a little bit. There's not. Carrots, I'm going to cut the ends off and then just go the long way in half, just so these don't take forever. Celery, just small enough to fit in the pot. Now in stock making, when you're simmering those bones for hours to get a nice sort of gelatinous liquid out of them, you want to add any herbs and probably citrus in the last hour to half an hour. Since this is going to go for less than an hour, I'm just going to add my herbs now. Always keep in mind what your goal is. Usually I would do this with rosemary, but what I'm going to make with everything I'm getting out of this pot is a chicken tortilla soup. So this is going pretty low and slow. Maybe about 20 to 30% of the way up. And you want everything to come to the same temperature at the same time. You'll notice I put my chicken breast face up. That's because in theory everything on the bottom is going to be done a little bit faster than everything on the top. We want those chicken breasts to stay nice and juicy, and bringing it up slow like this will help ensure that as well. Get your lid on, and I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes because we need to be checking the temperature of the water and the chicken. At this point, I know I'm not there yet, but I just want to see how close I got in that 20 minutes. So I'm only going to take the temperature of the water because the chicken can't be hotter than the water at this point. 96 Fahrenheit, which is somewhere around 35 Celsius. So that has a little bit to go, but it's going to be very worth it. I'm at about 110 Fahrenheit, or around 44 Celsius. Once I get to around 150, I'll also be taking the temperature of the thighs and the breast. It's been about 50 minutes. We just hit 150 Fahrenheit or around 65 Celsius, so now I'm going to take a breast temperature and a thigh temperature. So that's perfect. Breast is about 15 degrees behind, thigh is about 10 degrees behind. At this point, I think I'm going to leave it about another 15 minutes. didn't have my microphone on, but what I did here, when both my breast and my thigh were reading around 160, pull it. It's gonna jump that extra 5 degrees just resting. You don't want to overdo it. I'm gonna take out what I can from this pot. Make sure to let it drain. There's still a ton of flavor going on here. That's why we left everything bigger, so we could get it out. We wouldn't have to rely so much on a sieve. One of the reasons that I have several stock pots I'm going to add just enough salt to be able to taste this. It smells so good. It's beautiful. Lots of chicken flavor. You can taste all those vegetables. You can taste the oregano. Could use a little bit of acid, but I'm not going to add that right now. I'll wait until I make soup. When your chicken's cool enough to handle with clean hands, get a bone bowl, something you can throw the scrap in, and just start tearing into this. And right there, that's just the chicken hindquarter. You can pretty much tear this the same way that you would butcher it. And if you have any questions about that, I'll put that right up above my shoulder here. Just gonna start taking the chicken off the bone. That's all we want to do right now. Let's just take the chicken off the bone. Because we brought it up low and slow in our poaching liquid, it is nice and juicy. The only downside to this is that we're wasting the skin. We're not really wasting it. All of those flavors from the skin went into our broth, really. All I'm doing right now that I realize that you can't see, is going parallel with the grain and then taking it off, right? And that is what the pulled part of this pulled chicken is. And this can go on anything. This can be sandwiches, this can be salads, this can be soup, this can be chicken salad. So I'm going to toss this in with some of the liquid that came out when I started pulling it and keep that all sort of together. You can get this as small as you want, but you can always make it smaller later. I pulled aside a thigh piece and a breast piece. Let's see how I did. Thigh piece. That's pretty nice. Very juicy, nicely flavored from the vegetables. Breast piece. Tons of flavor, tons of juice. I'm obviously mixing everything together. So do what you will in your own house. But this is great. This is going to make some great meals.